Divine Feminines, what's good? It's your girl YaYa, the spiritual doula, and you know what it is. It's time for another sacred empowerment session. In today's message, we explore a powerful concept. Your opposition is your mirror. Needless to say, most of us know that divine femininity embodies strength, grace, and divine access. So today we will not only look at how the opposition we face can guide us to our highest potential, but also we will look at how that opposition is there in the first place because of your highest potential. We will discuss how our opposition is responding to you and not you to it. What stance we should take when it appears in our lives. Tap into this message from the Great Mother and discover the lessons and victories hidden in your past, present, and future oppositions. Let's deep dive into the mirror and uncover the truth of your inner power and earthly presence. Let's get it. Thank you for tuning in to Sacred Empowerments of the Divine Feminine. I am YaYa, the spiritual doula. Welcome to all of my first-time viewers. If this is your first time tapping on a Sacred Empowerments video, I want to welcome you officially to our home, to our family, to our channel. Hopefully you'll take a moment after you listen to this message and you will subscribe and become a part of our family here. Welcome to all of my returning visitors, all of my soul tribe, those that have been with me from the beginning. Day ones, my sisters, what's good? Love you guys. Greatly appreciate your support thus far. We're going to get into this little message, all right? And after we listen to this message or you listen to this message, I want you to hit the like button. Please exchange a little energy with your girl. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. Greatly appreciate that. Hit the notification bell too so you'll know when we're back with another video. All right. Now, look, the mother had gave me a message this morning when I was waking my little black behind up. And and it was good. I jumped right up. I jumped right up out the bed because it was so profound and yet so simple. But I wanted to hear more about what she had to say. And so I've been sitting in meditation, taking care of some things at the same time and pondering this message. So we're going to talk today from the subject of your opposition is your mirror. All right. Your opposition is your mirror. And I've pulled a few cards on this just to help round out the message to see exactly what she want to say. And it's an exciting message. Look, listen. Somebody that is listening to this message, one of my soul tribe or one of my new listeners, you are misunderstanding the opposition that you are facing right now. I don't know if this opposition is in the area of your love life, of your home life, of your family, of your friend group. Spiritually, you could be going through a little battle spiritually. Okay. I don't know if this is on your job. It doesn't matter, is what I mean by I don't know. But you know what is opposing you, right? You know what is fighting you, fighting against your new beginning, fighting against you having this fresh start, fighting against you taking that next step. It could also be opposition that is playing out within yourself. Okay, this could be an opposition that's playing out within yourself. Doesn't have to be another individual sending all kind of spell work. Doesn't have to be somebody on your job showing their ass every time y'all clock in and everything. It doesn't have to be that. Doesn't have to be a cheating spouse. Doesn't have to be a Negro that won't get himself together. It could be you. You are opposing yourself, right? But at any rate, the mother is saying that the opposition that you are facing is not what you think it is. See, there's an element of deception. And I was doing some studying on mirrors, right? Because I had read somewhere a few months ago where when we look in a mirror, when we look at ourselves, when we're washing our face and everything, putting our little makeup on and everything, combing our head and whatnot, we grooming ourselves. So we're just looking in the mirror to be looking in the mirror. You know what I mean? The mirror has a bit of a Reverse, like when we look in the mirror, we're not seeing the true way in which other people view us, because the way a mirror works is it reverses the image and brings the image back to you and hits your eyes in a reversed way. Okay. So, and you could do all the studying on mirrors and you will see what I'm saying. And I didn't quite understand how that all works and everything, but it's still a point to be made with what the mother is saying, that your opposition is your mirror. Your opposition is reflecting something back to you that has a deceptive element to it. And it's important that you know that. So you will know what you're seeing when you are looking at something that is opposing you, when you're trying to figure out how to overcome whatever the opposition is. It's deceptive in its nature. And it could be that she's bringing this to our attention because if we don't understand how opposition deceives us, then our reaction to the opposition will not be according to what we need the reaction to be in order for us to have victory over the opposition. So it'll seem like an endless fight. It's like it never ends. It never stops. Every time you turn around, this is that and that's going on. And the family acting up, the children acting up, they acting up on the job, the money ain't right. It's always something. But when you investigate what is this opposition actually communicating to me that I am not seeing, because the opposition is deceptive. What is the opposition trying to get me to investigate about the nature of myself, the nature of the condition of my life, the nature of who I am that I am not seeing, because the opposition is telling me a lie and I am believing it. So I pulled a few cards, and this is very, 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 very exciting, very, very empowering what she wants us to understand today. The very first thing you need to understand about your opposition, right, is that what it is trying to reflect to you, contrary to what you believe about it, okay, contrary to what you may be believing about it at this very moment, at this very day, at this very time, contrary to what you believe, your opposition is trying to show you exactly how divine you are. Okay. Okay. In the church, they used to have this saying, right? They used to have this saying that if the devil got you, he don't mess with you. If you the devil only start messing with you, and I'm using this very, 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 very churchy like, because a lot of these concepts you're going to hear me say the church used to say, but I don't really subscribe to the ideas of the devil and this and that and stuff like that. But I'm using this to make a point. All right, because a lot of people still believe the devil is their adversary. Now, if you get on the wrong side with him, he might be. But that ain't got nothing to do with sin and heaven and hell and all that. That's on some deeper stuff. But we just gonna deal with the shallow end, right? We just gonna wade in the water a little bit. We ain't gonna go too deep. Look, listen. In the church, they used to say that if you on the devil's side, then he don't mess with you. If the devil got you, then he ain't messing with you. Right? It's only when you actually, this is what they used to say now. It's only when you actually living a holy, righteous life and, submitting yourself to the Lord that the devil get to stirring and get busy. Okay? Now, as spiritually awakened beings, we understand that the proverbial idea of the devil represents adversarial energies, opposition, things that oppose you, things that are universally in the universe designed to oppose you. I don't know who told humans that living this reality was supposed to be a cakewalk. I don't know why we think that we are not in We are literally in boot camp. The job of the sergeant, the job of the captain, the job of a high-ranking military officer, when you take your little wet behind the ears into boot camp, the job is to break you. The job is to break you just so you can discover just how strong you are. And that is life. Life is boot camp. We are in boot camp. And the faster we embrace the idea that this is boot camp, the faster we can get through these little transitions. But when you hold on to false ideas that everybody's supposed to like you, everybody's supposed to love you, the money's supposed to always be there, nothing is supposed to oppose my dreams, my visions, my goals, nothing's supposed to get in my way. When you walk around with that kind of confusion, then when you deal with opposition, you will find yourself always being somebody's victim. And really, the only victim you are is a victim to yourself because you lack understanding. Your opposition is what it is because of the divinity that you come from. Your opposition is what it is because of who you are, because of who you come from, where you come from, because you are divine femininity. You're going to deal with opposition. You have the responsibility of investigating and in uncovering the truth of who you are in the midst of opposition. You have the responsibility of uncovering who you are through opposition, through what opposes you, because your opposition is a mirror. The mother needs us to understand this. Your opposition is a mirror. Opposition is how she, the mother, the ancestors, your spirit guides, and all of those that you walk with, opposition is how they open you up to your personal power that you are not aware is sitting in the depths of the reservoirs of your soul. The personal power. So they have to use opposition. Okay, this is how she broke it down to me. She said, Yolanda, look at it like this. When you stand in front of a mirror, right? You go in the bathroom, everything, you know what I mean? You put your little lip gloss on, whatever you got going on, you know, combing your head and everything, getting ready to go out the door. When you do that, the mirror that you are looking at is it is a tool that is used, and it only has the ability to reflect back to you, though it is in reverse, but it is, she wasn't getting into all of that with me. She's just talking about the fact that a mirror is a tool and it can only reflect back to you your physical nature. Your physical. A mirror, except it be, you know, altered for rituals or altered for magical sake. And I don't get into all that mirror magic because I don't need it. My third eye is open. I see you. I can close my eyes and see you if I want to. Most of the times I don't because I'm also not nosy. But that's another conversation, right? I don't get into all that mirror magic, but some people do. The mirror has to be conditioned as a portal to move into the spiritual realms, but we're just talking about a basic regular mirror. We ain't doing all that hocus pocus. We just talking about a basic regular mirror. We put your little eyeliner on and everything. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you ain't got no boogers in your nose and whatnot. All that basic mirror, okay? It is only designed to reflect back to you your physical nature. So, what is it in the spirit that reflects back to you your spiritual nature? And she said to me, opposition is a spiritual mirror, like a physical mirror is a natural mirror. It shows and reflects to a woman her physical state. But opposition is what reflects back to you your spiritual state. And this is important for you to understand. That person that is treating you the way they are treating you, or that dynamic in that relationship is trying to show you something about yourself. It's trying to show you something about yourself. And sometimes it's not always a negative thing. Sometimes it's just something that we're not quite aware of about ourselves. We're not quite aware of it. That situation in your finances where there is a lack is trying to show you something. It's trying to show you just how dynamic and powerful you are at manifesting your every need. That money is a small thing to you if you would really tap in. Currency is not something that you, as a divine feminine, can be held down by. You always manifest what it is you need. It could be showing you that the path you've been on to create finances in your life is not the path you should be on, that there's a more abundant path for you. All you have to do is ask the opposition, what are you trying to show me about my divinity? No, this is not the moment for you to take it personal. This is not the moment for you to be reactionary out of your emotions. This is not the moment for you to get in a pity party about your circumstances that are not favorable or don't feel good, or your circumstances that are opposing your next step. It's trying to reveal something to you right now that you're going to need once you make the next step. And if you don't get this now, then if you was to make the next step without this, then you would fail when you get where you're going. So you can't look at the opposition through the eyes of deception. You can't allow it to deceive you, divine feminine. It is trying to deceive you. Now, this could be an actual, real person. Now, let's talk about people for a second. Okay? Because people in the physical realm can be some of the greatest opposition that we come against, or that come against us, or both, right? Because people, you'd be surprised how many people around you do not want you to ever develop the courage to be you. Okay, let me take a drink right there. Hold on. Yeah, 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 yeah. These could be people that was literally born in the same house you was born in. They got a problem with you being you. These could be people from the same womb you was born from. This could be the womb you was born from. This could be the person who actually planted the seed to create you. And you be surprised. This could be people you've been knowing since kindergarten. Like, damn, been knowing you forever. These are not strangers. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, but most of the time, it ain't. It's the people that you hold dear to your heart. It's the people that you feel like, why? I mean, we supposed to have blood, between us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got blood between us and everything. You know what I mean? Like, why? I've been knowing you forever, 20, 30, 40 years. Why? Why every time I get ready to make a move into something greater for myself or something new for myself, why you always the one speaking out of jealousy or envy or spite? Why you always the one blocking my movements and my steps? Why you always the one deceiving and betraying? Why are you, out of all people? You know why? Because the love you have for them that they do not have for you is the perfect recipe. You got to understand something. This physical life that we are living pales in comparison to the spiritual existence that we reside in. This physical life, you got to stop putting the physical of life before the spiritual. Everything and every encounter and every experience and every circumstance is spiritual first. 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 So anytime you face loss, gain, unhappiness, happiness, abundance, poverty, joy, sadness, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anytime you face anything or anything is presented to you, it is reflecting what is happening in the spirit. In the spirit of you. In the spirit of existence. Right? So, your love for them and the love they don't have for you is the perfect recipe that spirit is using to reveal something to you that you have forgotten, to reveal something to you that you have yet to tap into. Many of you have spiritual gifts, and you think because you could do a little burn, a little candle work, and you can do a little mirror magic, or you could do a little cast a little spell here and there, that's all it is to you. You're like you just a witch, and that's all it is. You are way more. You are way more. You are way more. Being a spellcaster is the least that you can be. Trust me. Trust me, I know. Being a spellcaster is the least of what you can be. It's not the pinnacle. It's not the high point. Many of you have become very good at your spell casting, divine feminines. You become very good at your meditation and your manifestation work. And you've become very good at leaving money at the crossroads. You've become very good at certain kind of spells and stuff like that. And you've stopped developing because you think that you're very good at the small things. The greatest spell work you can do, the greatest manipulation of spiritual matter that you can do is the manipulation of yourself, evolving yourself. You should be now evolving to the point that you don't even need it. You don't even need spell work like that. Okay. Okay. Not saying you don't know it's there, not saying you don't enjoy the art of it, because there is art, there is a science to it. It's not saying you don't enjoy it. It's not saying you don't respect the art of it. It's not saying you don't honor the women who came before you in your bloodline who were great oracles and spellcasters. But you have the responsibility because you are the one that is existing right now. You are the one that has the calling on your head right now. Your grandmama has transitioned. So if she left you by way of hands-on showing you, or she has imparted her spirit to you from the afterlife or from the ancestral realm, wonderful. But you have to take what she gave you, and that's your starting point. But that's not where you stop. Because as the planet evolves, as the spirit of the nature of humanity evolves, then as divine feminines, we must evolve. Somebody got something going on, and you got something going on. You don't have time to run to your altar all the time. You have to become a walking altar, because your opposition is trying to show you exactly the divine lineage that you stem from. Being a divine feminine, this is why I find it a privilege to speak specifically to divine feminine women. Because if I was going to be on earth, which I am right now, right, I wouldn't want to be nothing else but a woman. I'm just saying. I ain't shade no man. I love my brothers. I swear I do. I really do. I rock with them tough. I do. And I'm seeing their growth, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm seeing some that don't want to grow, and that's unfortunate. But nevertheless, the ones that are doing the work, healing themselves, taking time for themselves, becoming better versions, divine masculines, I celebrate them. But it still stands that if I got to be down here on earth, I wouldn't want to be nothing but a woman. Because being a woman, divine, feminine, even more so, is the most powerful form on earth that a spirit being can take. It is the most powerful form that a spirit being can take. So being divine feminine, and me speaking to divine feminines more often than not, is not by happenstance. For one, I am a woman and I am a divine feminine. So quite naturally, you know, I feel like men should speak to men and women should speak to women. That's how I feel. I mean, I could be wrong. I see a lot of men, jump across the table trying to tell us how to be women. And I'm trying to figure out, when the hell have you ever been one? Excuse me. Hey, sir. Uh um Unless you intersex or something and I don't know nothing about it. I'm trying to figure out, when have you ever been a woman to tell me what exactly it takes to be one. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Once we get that squared away, then maybe we can continue to have a conversation. Maybe. I don't know. And if you ain't got no answer for that, then the conversation's over. You have no clue as to what it's like to carry and be responsible for this much power. You have no clue. So I speak to my sisters for a reason, because there's a power that you carry. And unfortunately, we are the generation, the last generation, hopefully, hopefully, realistically, we probably got 2 or 3 more generations to go. But with the legacy and the work that we are laying down right now as divine feminines, our daughters will have a clearer path and clearer instructions and a standard that we didn't have because we were raised under patriarchy. Most of us, right? So we have a job to fully understand what the opposition of patriarchy is revealing. Let me look. Let's have a real conversation. I felt the mother on that one. Hold on. I felt her on that one. Do you see the links that they have had to go through? Listen, do you see the links for as long as they have perpetrated the links? Do you see the links that they have had to go through for as long as they have had to do it to get us out of alignment so that we do not tap into the fullness of our power as divine feminine women? Do you see the links they have tapped into marriage? They have tapped into our sexuality. They have tapped into our education. They have tapped into our spirituality. They have tapped into every aspect and attempted and did take control in every area of a woman's existence. Why is that? Why? Why did they go through such great lengths, my sisters? Your opposition is measured to you at the measurement of which your power resides in you. So a little bit of power don't take much. I mean, you got a little power, you know, ants, the little insects, right? If I'm not mistaken, they can lift like 100 times their weight or 10 times or whatever amount of times. They can lift a lot of weight. They got power. They have power. Ants have power. But they don't have more power than my size 10 foot. It's quite easy to rid myself of an ant, although an ant has power. You understand? Your power that is in you has been opposed so greatly because that power is great. You're not an ant. If you was an ant, then they could have just said, okay, well, let's just, let's just, let's just use marriage as a tool. We'll just, get all the women married, and then we'll take them out of the sacred temples and stuff, and then, we'll marry them off to men and tell them to sit down and shut up and hand over all of the patriarchal, inheritance and stuff, to the sons, and just ignore the daughters or whatever. Don't even put them in the books. No, no, don't even mention the daughters. No, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna marry all the women off. We'll take over the matriarchal inheritances, all the houses and money and stuff and all the queenhood. We'll take all that over. We'll turn that into some king stuff. And we'll just deal with it. But no, they didn't stop with marriage. They have worked so hard in so many facets of life to make sure that divine femininity has been stamped out. There used to be a time where it was honorable for a woman to be a prostitute. Okay, all right, I'm going deep. I'm going too deep. I'm going too deep. I'm gonna get back on track. There used to be a time where it was more than honorable. Not even honorable is it, like, look, listen. We still have prostitutes. So it wasn't prostitution that they were trying to stamp out. They just don't want nobody to honor the prostitute. They'll still lay with her and give her a little $20, a little $100. You know what I'm saying? Leave a little $100. They'll still use her up as long as she doesn't know that her prostitution is her divinity. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. So you're not going to give me $100. You better come up in here with a little more than that, my brother. You're not going to give me $40. You better come in here with a little more than that. I am a goddess of sacred sexuality. How dare you come in here with $40? Yo, it's not about stopping women from being women. It's about stopping women from understanding the power that is inside of them. And it's not every woman's place to be a sacred prostitute. Some of us are high priestesses and we serve at the altar. Some of us are oracles and sibyls. So we are prophetess. But whatever position you find yourself in, you have every right as divine femininity to demand to be honored as divine. Okay. 2025. 2025. Hey, I'm gonna need y'all to tap in. Tell your soul tribe, tell your other sisters about this. Listen, because we dealing with some real stuff right now. Because see, enough is enough. And if we're going to get to where the mother is about to take us, and she is taking us, we got to stop pussyfooting around these subject matters. Enough is enough. Enough is enough of us amongst ourselves, oppressing ourselves with ideas that stem from patriarchy. Enough is enough of us tooting our nose up at other women because she does not occupy the same position that you occupy. Enough is enough. There must be unity. There will be unity. And any who do not want to unify will be eliminated. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. You don't want to unify? You want to keep judging each other? You want to keep betraying each other? You want to keep gossiping about each other? You want to keep backbiting? I'm telling you now. You will be left behind. But to the divine feminines that are ready to get to go where the mother is trying to take us, she needs us to understand that your opposition is not there because you're not good enough. The opposition is not there because you don't have what it takes. The opposition is there because you are good enough. The opposition is there because you have everything that it takes. The opposition is there because they don't want you to know exactly who you are. The opposition is there, my sister, because of how powerful you are, because of the blood that courses through your veins, the genetic coding that is you. The opposition is there. So the world would have us to continue being in a place of feeling unsafe. The world would have us, the old paradigm would continue to have us in an energy where we sell our soul for a man. There's nothing wrong with having a divine masculine if he is divine, but don't try to force a man that's not divine to be your divine masculine. He cannot be, nor does he deserve the privilege to stand next to you at all. These are the decisions we have to start making. These are decisions that we have to start looking at. Right? The mother is saying, your courage is under attack. I cannot explain to you the amount of spiritual warfare from the moment I got on this platform called YouTube. From the moment I decided that I was going to speak to empower divine femininity as a divine feminine, I cannot explain to you how I have been fought on every side, just to be able to speak. And well, I want you to understand something. From that opposition, I learned why my voice is under attack. From that opposition, I learned why my crown and my throat chakra was so under attack. Actually, all of them. Sacral, solar. I learned, particularly, however, why. Through the opposition, I rediscovered exactly what divine lineage I come from, exactly what cosmic house I descended from. Through that opposition, I discovered more about me than I would have had they not done it, had they not fought me, had they not showed up in my dreams, had they not showed up in the dreamscape, had they not hunted me down and been stalking me and mirror watching me and mirror monitoring and spirit monitoring, had they not done that. See, you have to use the opposition to your benefit, because make no mistake, whether you use it for your benefit or whether you don't, it's going to be there. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. So you have a choice, she is saying, that you have to make. To not allow your opposition to deceive you. To not allow your opposition to confuse you. You have a choice that you have to make. To take joy that you are divine feminine. Take joy in the copious amounts of divine women that have come before you. Take joy in the divine lineage that you stem from. Right? That divine lineage is being revealed to you through the opposition. You have to make the choice to see the opposition with the right eye. Notice I didn't say eyes. With the right eye. You have to make the choice, divine feminines. They are trying to oppose you to make you feel isolated. Oh my God. To make you feel like you have been left out in the cold. There's nobody, there's no safety. They want women feeling unsafe. They want women feeling disempowered. They want divine feminine women to feel disenfranchised. They want divine feminine women to feel unheard. They want you there, because if you are there, it gives them a victory, because you will resist your own personal transformation. If you stay there, you will resist your own change, your own evolution. But you, the mother said, you have an assignment. You have been appointed in whatever field of life, aspect of life. It doesn't matter, in all aspects of your life, divine feminines. You wear the crown of headship and leadership because you birthed all that is. All that is. If they can keep, if the rulers of the old paradigm that we are moving out of individually and collectively, if they keep us in these frivolous battles, if they keep us from understanding how to fight a good fight, but understanding who you are, who is walking with you, who sent you, what is home, where is home? Are you from Venus? Are you from the moon? Are you from the sun? What house do you belong to? Are you from Aries? Are you from Sagittarius? Are you from Virgo? Are you a Libran? You need to know. Because that is a direct indication of the tools and the weapons of your warfare. If you don't know, then you don't know what tools you have. If you don't know what tools you have, you will never master them. Take joy in your divinity. Be courageous in your divinity. Know that your opposition, whatever it may look like, is your mirror. Is your mirror. But don't let the mirror deceive you. That is your responsibility. To not let the mirror deceive you, but let it show you what you can't see, what you didn't see about yourself. And this is how you overcome all, no matter the shape, the form that it takes. This is how you overcome all. This is how you overcome and remain victorious. I've been watching a lot of boxing, and I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I've been watching a lot of boxing because I love boxing. And Tank Davis is right now my favorite fighter. And I love this young man. I love the way he fight. And I've been learning some stuff about the way he fight. Right? I've been looking at some of his older fights and some of his more recent ones. And I see that there's a point where he found his technique. You know, when he was a little younger, he come right in into the ring and he do the slugfest and he just blow for blow. And but then there's a point where I think he realized something. And I see a system he uses where he waits. He gives the opponent the first 6 rounds. Most likely it's gonna be the first 6. Well, I tell you, I love this boy. I love this young man, man. I love the way he fight. But he'll go 6 rounds and he'll take a few punches. He'll let him get one. He'll let him get 2 or 3 on him. Cause he Tank Davis, like, he's undefeated, and everybody. I'm sure, pretty sure everybody want to beat it. You know what I mean? Right? And He goes 6 rounds and it's like, ooh, he took one right there. Ooh, they got him with a right. They got him with a left. He might get a little red in the face because he has beautiful high yellow skin, right? So he get a little red in the face. And round 5 come. And he go in there, he'll stay calm. Might not throw so many punches in round 5. He always lets his opponent, he always lets his opponent sneak a few in on him. And the commentators like, oh, he got him with a right. Tank, what is he gonna do? I'm like, hold on, just calm down. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. This is a part of this man's plan. He understands that building false confidence in the opposition is the best weapon he has in the ring. It's the best. It's the best weapon. He could come in there and box and throw around and throw punches and stuff and brawl out, but building self-confidence, false self-confidence, false self-confidence in his opponent is the best weapon he has. So he'll go 5 rounds, he'll let him get one. He might even act like, oh, you shook me, right? And I'm not understating the other boxers, they probably do be shaking him a little bit, but he'll eat that. 6 round come. I'll be sitting down, I'll be like, uh-oh. I already know this is about to take a turn for the worse, my boy. I be like, oh my God, he finna get him. He finna get him. I know he is. And that fighter come out because he just got the 5th round and he just got one left on him and he shook him a little bit, made him stagger a little bit. Oh, the commentators, the crowd went, oh. I said, okay, 6th round come in. Tank come out. He keeping it calm. And the opponent come out still high off the 5th round. Halfway into the 6th round, Tank let him get 1 or 2 on him. As soon as that false self-confidence, soon as he discerns, because see, he is a Scorpio, right? Scorpios are master mind game players. Okay. So soon as the opponent, soon as he discerns that the opponent think that they winning, they get to throwing that blah blah blah, throwing it, and he come right up the middle every time. That uppercut, bomb, out of there. Just when you thought his opponent had him, just when you thought I don't care who this man fight, just when you think Tank ain't gonna get this one. If Tank don't do something, what he gonna do? Dog, the last 5 rounds with the other boy, wait, what we doing, Tank? You gonna fight or what you doing? Just when his opponent is feeling himself, that's when Tank cut him down. And I love that about him. Your opposition is deceiving you. It's not as strong as you think, divine feminines. It's not as powerful as you think, divine feminines. But when you have mastered your strategy for dealing with things, when you have mastered your strategy of attack, your plan of attack, when you know how to lay low, be quiet, make them think they got you. Make them think they got you. Make them think that you're not going to get back up. Why? Why? Because there's this mechanism, especially if we're talking about opposition through people. People just want to see that they winning. They don't have a clue as to what is your truth, nor are they concerned about it. They don't care. Whatever they're doing to get on your nerves, get in your way, they just want to see that it's working. sometimes being a very good illusionist is the greatest weapon you have. Being reactionary, going blow for blow every round ain't gonna do nothing but wear you out. I was watching one fight where he went to the corner and he told his team, I'm trying to wait for him to run out of his power. I swear I love the way this boy box. He literally told his team, he got some power on him. I'm trying to wait for him to get out of power. He went 3 rounds. He went 4 rounds. Tank took a few blows. He went back. After about the 5th, 6th round, he said, oh, I got him now. He out of power. He out of power. He went right in there and knocked him out. On demand. On demand. You have to understand your opposition. You have to be as good at knowing you as you are at knowing them. You have to know that you have to understand what is opposing you. If it is money opposing you, you have to do a better job at understanding money. If it is love or heartbreak opposing you, you have to do a better job at understanding the mechanisms of the heart and the emotional system that is running through you. If it is your mind and your self-perception, you have to understand what is opposing you. Because to continue believing it as fact and truth is only going to do exactly what they want to do, which is leave you out in the cold, leave you feeling unsafe, leave you feeling unsatisfied. Grumpy, angry, bitter, jaded, and an all-around bitch. And if they can do that, if the old paradigm and those that rule it and those from your old past life, your childhood, those you've been knowing forever, those you've been knowing for a little while, if you let them do that, then the greatness that they see in you, which is why they're opposing you to begin with, you will never bring it to fruition, and your opponent will win. And this goes even deeper, because if you do not bring your spiritual assignment to fruition, not only will they win in this lifetime, but you will have to start over the next lifetime until you get it. Because I told you at the beginning that life is boot camp. You cannot get to deification. You cannot move up in dimensional existence and realms until you complete the one that you're on. And the mother is going to help us complete it. Get this under our belt, get it over with. So she needs us to jump in and start making better choices. Be courageous and jump in and start making better choices. Stop allowing the mirror of opposition to deceive you out of the greatness that you are, that is coursing through your veins. Use the elements of your life to your benefit. Use those elements as the alchemist that you are. And do not allow your opposer to use the elements of your life to breed confusion about what you have inside of you. You are running over with gifts, power, skills, talent. You are running over with it. Analyze your opposition and make haste and move towards your divine appointment, divine feminine. Do not let anything stop you. Do not let anything stop you, because it's not designed from your standpoint to stop you. It's not designed from the standpoint of your spirit team and from the mother to stop you. It's designed to bring you forth that much more faster. that much more quicker. Apply opposition right, and you will be unstoppable. You will be unstoppable. Thank you for tuning in to Sacred Empowerments of the Divine Feminine. I am YaYa, the spiritual doula. I really appreciate all of you who took time to listen to this message. Please show your girl a little love by hitting the like button, okay? Exchange a little energy with me. Help me build this platform. Subscribe if you have not. Okay. And hit the notification bell once you do so you will know when I am back with another message from the grand, great mother, the all, the womb of all creation herself. All right.